like we were just here. This week went by so fast. But then I was remembering, remember the snowpocalypse?
Oh, yeah.
Snowpocalypse.
That's what was happening this time last week. The disappointment of a snowpocalypse that wasn't.
I know, I wanted it so bad.
Everyone did, and I felt like our audience last week was a little bit like, in my heart, I'm taking a snow day, but I bought these tickets, so I came out. So there's a lot of good energy here today. I'm excited. By round of applause, who just saw DeAnne Smith perform? Just one of my favorite human beings in all the world.
She's so good.
But I'm excited to be back. Lots going on always in the news. It's a very newsy time.
Yeah.
So we're going to break it down for you a little bit. President Trump proposed a new celebration this week. He thought it would be a great idea to have a parade to take place on the 4th of July with like fireworks and everything. What? Yeah, that was something he proposed. And then after finding out that already exists, he came up with his new idea. He was thinking, how about a big tree with decorations on it for Christmas?
Yeah!
It's a good idea, it's a good idea.
Well, NASA lost contact with Mars Opportunity rover 15 years after it first landed on the planet. And scientists say that they're hopeful that this is just a phase, that the 15-year-old robot will at least make an effort to come down to family dinner every once in a while.
Those teen years, Jay. It's difficult. The Mexican drug lord known as El Chapo was found guilty on federal counts this past Tuesday. He's expected to go to a Colorado Supermax prison where he'll join the Unabomber and the Boston Marathon bomber in the worst sitcom of all time. It's going to be called Three's Criminal.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the bombs are his and his and his.
Bill McKinley, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, so 52 polar bears have been spotted in a small Arctic town in Russia, causing humans to travel in packs and avoid going outside. Now, in America, you run from polar bear. In Russia, polar bears run your town.
Yakov. It's a Yakov Smirnoff reference, you guys. That's only about 40 years old.
Yeah, it's really topical.
Fox and Friends co-host Pete Hegseth joked this week that he hasn't washed his hands in a decade.
Gross.
Yeah, well, I think it's hilarious because no matter how many times people at Fox News wash their hands, they'll never come clean anyway. Out, damn spot. Covered in blood.
Yeah.
Covered in blood.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So now in Sioux City, Iowa, a KISS tribute band did the most.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Jay. You lost the audience at KISS tribute band.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, you know what, the only thing less interesting than KISS is a KISS tribute band.
Yeah.
That's not
Okay, well, okay. Dozens of newspapers dropped the comic Non Sequitur after it featured a vulgar anti-Trump message. The funny pages haven't been this political since the kids from Family Circus confessed that they were the masterminds behind 9/11.
I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Yeah, there was a trail.
There was a lot to work into one circle panel. And finally, the Portland City Club came out with a report that says the Portland form of government is failing residents in almost every way imaginable. In response, Mayor Ted Wheeler has promised in the future to fail residents in new and unimagined ways. You know, Jay, why do we always make fun of Ted Wheeler?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's selfish in bed.
Oh, it's late night's best. Oh boy. Yeah.
Give it up for the laugh track.
Yeah.
I also feel like I'm a part of this couch.
Actually,
Where'd Jay go?
it's
He's one quarter chameleon.
yeah, it's like a gray, blue, green screen where you are now just hands in a head.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Hey, have you guys well, how's your week been?
So good. I'm so glad you asked. Has anybody watched Russian Doll? On Netflix? It is so good.
So good. good, so good.
Amazing. Natasha Lyonne, she's incredible. Have you watched any of it?
I have not. I've had a Netflix payment issue since it was included in my T-Mobile
I
bill.
changed my password, Stacey.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
$7.99.
T-Mobile's supposed to be paying for it. They're not paying their bills.
That's like Mexico on the wall.
Yeah, it's like T-Mobile is a bad boyfriend, and it's not paying the bills it agreed to pay.
Well, I binged it in 2 days. I recommend it. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. I'm into it.
I've been watching marathons of Mary Tyler Moore, which I hear is exactly the same as Russian Doll.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm not missing anything.
Minus the gruesome deaths.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, did everyone see Ellen Page on Stephen Colbert?
Preach, girl.
So Ellen Page, for those of you who don't know, made a really emotional and beautiful plea for tolerance and compassion, and for people to really step up. And one of the people she called out this week is Chris Pratt. I know Chris Pratt was like the guy no one could resist loving, and now he's been a member of this church, this Justin Bieber church, and he's embraced this church.
Yeah, he goes to church now.
Not just any church. He goes to this kind of like the new Scientology church.
Yeah.
And has a reputation for being anti-LGBTQIA.
It's so weird. Yeah, and Justin Bieber goes there. It's just weird.
Yeah. So it's weirder than you think, Jay. I did a little research. Our writers are great investigative reporters, and they decided to look a little more into this church, and they found these photos of the pastor of the church.
Oh.
That guy looked like he should be anti-LGBTQ to you.
Well, and if you notice, the hand is the same. It's like the same as the guy with the Ariana Grande funeral hand.
Yeah, like I don't like my boyfriend to hold me that way.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying,
And neither does Justin.
Yeah. They're just theories that, people are homophobic, hate something in themselves, and this is proof. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hate hanging out with Justin Bieber, too.
That guy's pants are being held up by his erection.
I like how the drawstring is like boing, like.
Yeah. It's like it went boop, boop.
Yeah. It's like
It's weird. It's weird, LA church. Some other bizarre news.
Yeah, let's get okay.
It's gonna distract you. Other bizarre news. Did you guys hear about this woman broke into an abandoned house to smoke some weed and found a tiger there?
This is real.
It's a true story. We didn't make it up.
No. Where did it happen?
It happened in Houston,
Okay.
Texas. And again, our team of incredible investigative reporters got their hands on the only recording released of the 911 call.
The only one?
We're the only. We have scooped all the other news stations.
CNN.
Yep.
MSNBC.
That's right.
Logo.
Yep.
Food Network.
Yeah. Freeform TV.
Yeah. Cable access.
Yep. We're the first, and we're gonna share that with the lucky people here tonight.
With you.
Here it is.
911, what's your emergency? No, this is Debbie. I'm trying to call 911. 911. Oh, okay, good. That's who I was trying to call. Do you have an emergency, man? Okay, yeah, so, don't get mad when you're looking in this abandoned house, to smoke some weed, and, there's a tiger here. No, look, a tiger, only the tiger. The place is they're great. And the place is pretty big. It's full-grown tiger. And where did somebody even get a tiger? It's at his house. Are you sure you're not hallucinating? No, I saw it before. I was stopped trying to call you guys. You got hyper, then you got high. You guys are like, we should choose you. I mean, I thought it was before we got
I'm so proud that we got that. I mean, like we're blowing up.
We are.
We're blowing up.
Breaking news. Breaking news. You know, you didn't smoke weed today before we started the show.
No.
Not in front. Thank you for that. Great. Well, we have a guest here today.
We do. We have it's a political climate. You know, the Democratic Party, like who's gonna run? Everyone. But we actually have, this is like sort of a non-traditional. We have a candidate, a political candidate, and he's coming from across the pond. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm late night special welcome to Jeremy, the political candidate.
Thank you. Love America and the UK equally. They're both great, different ways, different things. Bit about me. When I was a child of 8, I mixed together every liquid I could find inside our house into one bigger liquid. And I served the result of that mixing to my dad. He did die. And that was my first acquaintance with the cruel trickery of death. And I said to my mother, I wish it had been you. And she said, well, he didn't finish it all, and she drank what was left of it. And she did not die. But she became very ill, and then later on she did also die. But what I'm here to say, that's just as an aside. But what I'm here to say is, my name is Jeremy Standish, okay, and I am a candidate for political office. That's Beamonton City Council. Thank you. UK. Well, I am running unopposed. I am so thrilled to be here, share my message with you, and with everyone watching at home in Beamonton at 5 a.m. in the morning. Love you guys. You might remember my leadership years past on the Beaminster Dairy Board. You heard right, huge honor. That one, also a government body charged with regulating the health and safety of local dairy products. Important, isn't it? Yep, it is. Critical post. Strange times those were, though, for me. Neighbors knocking at my door all hours of the night. Just, Jeremy, is my cheese bad? Knock, knock, Jeremy. Oh, what is yogurt? Knock, knock, Jeremy. My milk don't pour. Always something with you guys. It was always something. Always asking me, oh, Jeremy, will you try my dairy product? I'm scared. Eat it. And I would eat the food to prove it was safe. Half the time I would get ill. But it did it for you. And, what can I say? It was, it just snowballed into this cruel game. What's wrong with you people? Just neighbors knocking at my door all hours of the night. You'd come wearing scary masks and saying evil chants and shit. I don't know what that was about. Just a bit of fun, poisoning old Jeremy. I can't understand it. I lost half my colon. You can't pass bad cheese. It's too much probiotic for a human being to be taken in like I was. For your safety, I was doing it. And you know what, Beamonton? I found your blog. That's right, I found your blog. I found your hateful, satirical, mocking blog of me, of old Jeremy, and my travails eating your bad food. Jeremy eats that stank cheese. Well, don't think I forgot. I was very ill each time. In any case, I'm back. You know, I'm the type of person I can't be kept away from public service. And yes, I have a life outside this. I do own a lucrative prepaid cellular phone shop. Fine. I'm a profiteer. Okay, I do own several choice pieces of leather. Clothing. Mostly. And yes, I still do very well with just half a colon, as the ladies will tell you. Well, it's not about that, is it? It's about having a platform, okay, to serve your community. And that's what I'm here to do. You know, I'll tell you something. I saved half that colon. I saved it. Yeah. Yeah, I saved it to remind myself, never let nothing stop you from serving your community. Ever, even if your constituents are regularly poisoning you with rotten dairy product. Don't let it stop you. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to serve my community. Thank you. And so without further ado, here is my platform, ladies and gentlemen, / former harassers. Point number 1, free trade, please. Hello? It should be free. We shouldn't have to pay for it. I do mean global trade. Point number 2, aid to Africa. Okay, it was relevant then, it's relevant now. And Alaska, people forget that one. They can't access things there. It's a very inhospitable land. Point number 3, profit safety for space travel. Hello? Ella? Let's join this century. Show me the lie, Beamington. Show me the lie. Point number 4, 5. Free Tibet. Let's get them out of there. You need to free them out of that place. You need to leave. Let them out. And finally, but I do think it's important, we need a library in town. It's a very low information community. It's a shame. Look, you have to look out for what's at home, I say. And please, if you're eligible to vote in Beamington, I could still lose this thing. Okay, I need support. Please come out and vote. You've been very kind, which is a real change. Thank you very much.
You got my vote, for sure. Definitely have my vote. Oh my God.
Wow, Jay.
Jeremy and the semicolon.
Oh, no. Bill, now you're fired. I hate puns.
I know, I'm sorry.
You know,
I figured you couldn't fire me in front of all these people.
Yeah, I can. You're fired.
All right.
No, we love you, Bill.
I brought this from home.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to take it with you. Jay, I just had such mixed feelings because I had a hard time feeling bad for Jeremy about the poisoning, knowing Jeremy poisoned both his parents to death. It seemed like karma to me. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. We got some great guests tonight. We got Ben Harkins coming up, going to do some stand-up. We have DeAnne Smith who's going to do some stand-up. We're going to chat. But we're going to start with our musical guest. She is amazing as both a person and a talent. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tai Woodville. Thank you.
Hello. So glad to be here. What a fun night. Well, she sees that he's a good man, and he sees that she's alone. Why not get together, make a house and children and a home? bury her wild desires, her longing to be free. He'll content himself with little projects, tell himself he doesn't see the little lies we tell ourselves to get by, the little ways we like to pretend, the myths we tell ourselves to make it easier, only make life harder in the end. Well, he tells himself to grow up, show up to be a man. The dreams of his boyhood, they were just castles in the sand. He'll talk himself out of the feeling that something just ain't right, and go to work every morning, come home and drink whiskey every night. The little lies we tell ourselves to get by, the little ways we like to pretend, the myths we tell ourselves to make it easier, only make life harder in the end. Well, she trained to be a dancer. She never meant to stay long at the clubs, but it's been years since she started. Now she figures this is what she does. The little lies we tell ourselves to get by, the little ways we like to pretend, the myths we tell ourselves to make it easier, only make life harder in the end. Yes, it only makes life harder in the end.
Tai Woodville!
I love that.
She's amazing. My heart is full because Tai and DeAnne are two of the most talented and creative women I know, and then also just human beings who are kind and wonderful, and so excited to have them both on the show. For those of you who were here last week or watched last week's show online, you will know that we aren't just music and comedy.
No.
We're also a very educational show. So last week we shared a lot of information about elephant seals, which I found very informative.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah, go back and you'll learn a lot.
Relative to your life.
Yeah, but we have President's Day coming up this Monday. Yeah. It got this from this audience member. Well, I bet there's a lot you don't know about the presidents. And Bill McKinley, also one of the most talented and wonderful human beings I know, is full of so many different talents and information. He is a president expert. This is no joke. He does know a lot about presidents. And so he has prepared a piece for you all now. It is Presidential Doppelganger.
Oh my God.
As you may know, February is a big month for presidential history. Washington's birthday, Lincoln's birthday, and of course Monday is President's Day. An ill-defined national holiday that is somehow a day off while Election Day isn't. Yes. In honor of President's Day, we're going to bring some of our dead presidents back to life as their celebrity doppelgangers. Let's start with Andrew Johnson, 17th President of the United States. Johnson is best known for succeeding Abraham Lincoln and then fucking up Reconstruction by sympathizing with the South and their racist bullshit. Johnson's celebrity doppelganger is none other than Agent K himself, Tommy Lee Jones.
It's crazy. It's like a mirror.
It's like a mirror.
It's like you just flip the image and turn it into color.
I'm you, you're me,
Yeah.
me.
Bonus fact, Tommy Lee Jones was a college roommate with Al Gore, who no doubt would have been a better president than Andrew Johnson. Now let's keep it in the family for the next one with another Johnson, this time Lyndon Baines Johnson, our 36th president. He's best known for succeeding JFK, greatly expanding civil rights, escalating the Vietnam War, and calling his penis jumbo.
It's true. This is true facts,
True.
you guys.
A historian.
It seems fitting that the 6'4" Johnson would be reincarnated as Mr. Big himself, Chris Noth.
Yeah, you can see it.
My God, look at those eyebrows. Jesus. I swear, just get rid of the eyes and just watch the eyebrows follow you around the room. Our next president, the 19th president of the United States, Rutherford B. Hayes. Now, this is a young picture of Rutherford B. Hayes, when the B stood for, boy, he could get it. In 1876, he was declared president after a controversial election where he lost the popular vote, and the Supreme Court intervened to declare a winner. Sound familiar? It does make sense that his doppelganger would be the quarterback of one of the most controversial playoff games ever, New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees. I lost money on both of them. Fortunately for Rutherford, the reps were a lot kinder to him. See. Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States, is best known for being a depressive alcoholic who did little to address the increasing unrest brewing in the American South, which would eventually lead to the Civil War. With his handsome good looks and well-coiffed do, Timothy Chalamet was practically born to play the role of a young Pierce. Franklin, you can call me by your name anytime you want. Have a peach. On the theme of forgotten presidents from the antebellum era, let's cast Millard Fillmore.
You can see
Millard,
it, already.
you can see it already.
You can see what's coming.
The 13th president, who succeeded Zachary Taylor, and is best known for the Compromise of 1850, which temporarily kept the Union intact, but deepened the divide over the question of slavery. Consistently rated as one of the worst presidents of all time, it seems fitting that his doppelganger would be a man known for playing an even worse president, Alec Baldwin. Fun fact, in each of these photos, they're both drunk on bathtub gin.
It has been said that he looks more like Alec Baldwin than Alec Baldwin.
And then Millard Fillmore looks like Alec Baldwin, and Alec looks more like Stephen Baldwin in this picture. Perhaps Fillmore would have been a better president if he had a little bit of Alec Baldwin's Irish fighting spirit. And that's it for presidential doppelganger.
McKinley! You know, not only was that entertaining and educational, you know, I think it really is important that we look at history or else we're bound to repeat it. God forbid. All right. How you feeling, Jay?
I feel so good. Today's
Yeah?
so great.
Yeah, you guys having a good time? Everybody having a good time? Can we give a round of applause to our bar staff who's been hustling all night, making food and drinks. And bathtub gin. We do have some in honor of President's Day. Are you guys ready to see one of the best stand-ups living and performing today? Are you ready for this? You don't seem like you're ready for this. Forget it. Let's just move on.
Are you ready?
Here she are. The woman who's not quite
minutes than for the first 2 shows of the night that we did. I don't know, it's a lot to get through. Hello, everyone. We're doing it. It's happening. How good was Tai? I wasn't even ready for how good that was.
Isn't she amazing?
I know. I wish I wasn't even on the same show. I don't feel like any joke I tell you is going to make you want to, like, clutch your loved ones closer and try to be truthful for the rest of your lives. You know what I mean? It was powerful. Hello, everyone. One way that I like to introduce myself is just by showing you. Might have seen my tattoos poking out. You don't know what they're. On this side, I have some script from a letter that my grandmother wrote to me. Aww, no one cares. This audience is not nice. They don't care. They don't care. I don't know how you guys have been out here this long and you haven't built a sense of community in this room. Should I blame these guys or should I blame you? Are you horrible people? Why don't you care? You don't care? Okay. Thank you.
Finally.
That's what I've been missing. Jesus.
You're a real stand-up.
I don't think I've never done it this way before. It feels weird. I need to stand up, get the energy flowing. I got some script from a letter from my grandma, and then I asked my alive grandma if she wanted me to get anything. That is not how I call her. I just call her grandma. I'm never like, hey, alive grandma. That is a lot of pressure to put on somebody, hey? Especially when you have a history of depression in your family. How dark do we want to get tonight? Not very? A little bit? Okay, we won't. Should we? No. Yes? No. I'm fine. I'm on the anti-Ds, popping the anti-Ds. Is that what the kids call them? That's what I'm doing. Things are fine. I discovered a few winters ago that I was super depressed, though. I found out from my joke notebook. That's where I keep my cool joke ideas. These were jokes I was trying to jam with my friends. They were really more like cries for help. They weren't even proper joke titles. They were cries for help. These are the ideas that I brought my friend in the depths of my depression. I go, how about this? These are jokes I'm working on. What do you think about these? What do you think about these? The first one is called Nothing Tastes Delicious. The second one is tired of showering. What do you think? Are these fun jokes? They never became anything. My friend was like, you need to see someone. You need help. So I got the help. Anti-Ds, we're doing it. It's happening. Where were we? Whatever, grandma's. So I asked, stop distracting me. I asked my alive grandma if she wanted me to get anything for her to keep it equal, right? And she said, well, I don't approve. So I got, I don't approve. And it's in her handwriting. Yes, you are correct. You understand what I'm doing. I'm showing you my commitment to comedy. Do you guys understand what this is? I got a joke tattooed on my arm. That's a joke. Oh, I forgot you're videoing this. I should stay in the one spot. I got a joke. That's a joke I can share with my grandmother, right? For the next 2 to 10 years. She is 90. And I committed to that for life. That's where we're at. It's happening. Here's an unpopular opinion. I miss the days when advertisers openly hated women. Do you guys remember? It was a better time. Let me get you on board. Here's the thing. It used to be, like old-timey ads, even 15 years ago, it was a straightforward transaction. You knew what you were in for. Advertisers wanted you to feel bad about yourself, so you would buy something. It was simple. Every ad used to be some variation of like, hey there, miss, you're looking fat and gross. If you want a chance at being loved, buy this. Now get back in the kitchen. Wink. Like, it was simple, and you understood what they were doing. Somewhere along the way, advertisers realized that, like, empowerment sells. You've noticed this. Every ad now is some, like, Dadaist poem of feminist language. It doesn't even make sense. Every ad today is some variation of, like, hey, girls, cool period. You're a queen. Let's twerk. And then it's, like, just a montage of, like, a plus-size model, girls slowly running, just a flower blossoming. You're like, what? This is a KFC ad. What are you doing? What is this? It makes me so mad. I can't handle it. There's an ad for a deodorant company that drives me especially crazy. I can't say the name because it's secret. There's an ad. And they do this thing. They do like hashtag stress test. And they put women in supposedly like uncomfortable situations, but don't worry, they have their deodorant. And they show this one where they show this young woman asking her male boss for a raise. oh my God, how bold, right? How feminist. I feel like if you're gonna co-opt feminism for advertising, use it. Go all the way. It should be a little bit scary. It should upset the status quo. The ad that I wanna see, the perfect feminist ad would be, not only does she march in and demand a raise, I wanna see her kick the boss out of the wheelie chair, immediately take over the company, enact fair wages across the board, gender neutral bathrooms, generous parental leave, and then in the ultimate power move, she quits the corporate life and she just runs off into the woods free bleeding because she also has her period and she's not ashamed of it. That's the ad that I would like to see. Secret. Where are we at? How much time have I done? I'll keep going. I just didn't plan this well. Professional. I have been smoking too much legal weed. It's legal in Canada now. It's not right. But it's I don't know. Are you high now and then you've come to this? You don't need to know. Because I was watching a comedy show. I was in the back and I was high, and I had a thought occurred to me, and it won't stop occurring to me now. And I was watching this guy do impressions, and then I was like, what if I'm just an impression of a human some molecules are doing as a joke for their friends? Totally possible, could be happening to any one of us. I'm just saying, what if before I was born, some molecules got together like, check this out, get together, form me. I have an entire life, including this moment, and then I die, and then they just float off like, get it? What could be happening to any... Could be. I'll tell you this one quick thing. My friends took me to a strip club, because who wouldn't want to see this get a lap dance? I got a lap dance. I was very nervous. Can you tell? I'm like all around. I got a lap dance. It was weird. This happened in Montreal. And I know you have a bunch of strip clubs here. Oh, yeah. What are you doing? Are you excited about this? What's this noise? Did you boo Montreal?
No, just chuckling.
Okay. It was weird. It's like, I didn't even know I felt that way about Montreal until right now. I'm like, I will fight these assholes! Did you boo Montreal? Here's something beautiful about lap dances are $10 in Montreal. $10. Is that cheap? That's cheap. Yeah, that better feel cheap to you guys. I paid $9 for a juice today. That happened, okay? $9 for a juice. Plus it was really $10 because they had a bullying hippie tip jar with like a sunshine and a good karma. You're like, fine, fuck, have another $1. I don't think you know how karma works. I'm pretty sure it's not capitalism based, but all right, take it. So my friends, I'd never had this done before, and in Montreal, they're fully naked, and they stay with you for 2 songs. It's a long time, and they get very close to you. And then I discovered, it is good, but I discovered on the spot, I feel like you're cooler than me. I don't have, you look cool. I didn't have like a resting, I'm watching a striptease face. That's what I discovered real quick. This guy knows that's a key skill. That's a skill you want to have. I don't have like a generally cool, I am enjoying the sexual scenario expression that I could slap right on. So for 8 minutes, while this woman was at work, for 8 minutes, 2 songs, 8 minutes, while this professional was attempting to do her job, she's dealing with this. Just reel into it. I don't think you're supposed to smile with teeth at a stripper. I don't think you're supposed to bare your canines at a naked woman. Plus, there was a blacklight. So all she could really see was just this Cheshire grin and a couple of pieces of lint. That's what she was dealing with. I'm DeAnne Smith. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're the place of honor.
Did you drink any of that, Jay?
No.
Well, you can have it.
Hi, DeAnne.
Can I put my shoes on the couch?
Yeah, it's just my suit.
Yeah, you're Canadian. You shouldn't even be wearing shoes.
I know. I'm sorry. All right.
Nice to have you.
It's nice to have you too. This feels weird because you're my actual friend, and that we should have a performative conversation in front of strangers.
Yeah. Let's just pretend they're not here and talk about our most intimate secrets, because we haven't even had a chance to catch up today. But yeah, DeAnne's come here. She's done the All Jane Comedy Festival. We shot a whole special here.
I did it back when it was called All Jane No Dick. Controversial.
Yeah.
Controversial.
It's very controversial. It's no longer called that.
Well, I shouldn't have brought it up. Why would I do that? I have no experience with this type of a thing.
Yeah. But that's how long you've been around.
That's how long.
It's been a long time. You know, we all learn and grow.
Yeah.
We all do. You know, it's funny when you were talking about those commercials. I recently was watching old Folgers commercials for some reason, and they used to be like, here, honey, here's your coffee, and the husband would be like, this is fucking shit. You're shit. This coffee's horrible. I'm gonna drink coffee at work. Like, and the woman, and it would be like, do do do. The woman would like cry. The horrible.
Yeah, it would be like
an epic fail for her.
An 8-minute commercial with a string section.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were good. Although I will say the old Mr. Clean ads were pretty great. They
I
would
remember the
shoot
jingle.
Cleaner, and they would be like, he's mean. Who's mean? Mr. Clean.
Really?
Yeah. You should check them out on YouTube. They're really funny.
Learning a lot about Stacey.
I've worked in marketing a long time, and so I'm familiar with the history of advertising.
I recently jumped into the original Star Wars' Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and just full of sexism. It's all there. I was so surprised. You know, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I can take the hate, but it was just like Princess Leia like always knows the right thing to do, but no one's listening. So, and it's always like an elbow grab, like over here, get a closet. It's like it's the bomb, you know.
Should they listen though? She's in that bikini. Does anybody? I mean,
nobody's listening.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you get to the bikini? I don't remember. I haven't seen it since I was
It's Jabba the
4.
Hutt, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
It's not her fault.
It's what she's most famous for.
Yeah.
So DeAnne has had a Netflix special. Give her a round. Since we last saw you.
Yeah.
How was that whole experience?
That was good. I'm trying to think if I have any like behind the scenes fun things to tell you
Where
guys.
did you shoot it?
We shot it in Montreal, which was a lot of fun.
Did you have any like input on the venue or like how it went down?
No.
I'll
tell you what, pays a lot less than you think it might. Considering, they got a lot of money, but they're not trying to give it to me.
That's a juicy deep.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of juicy details. I don't have that many.
Some hot goss.
I want to give you hot goss.
Oh, do we have a question from the audience?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Didn't plan it, but I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Please say your name and where you're from.
And I'm from Nebraska.
All right. Welcome.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Did you say your name is Frank? DeAnne.
Nebraska. Okay, so the point is that you mentioned in the beginning of your skit.
Yeah. My skit. Sit down. Sit down. It's art. Sit down.
Nobody calls it. Hold on. I'm gonna grab this mic for you.
If I am wrong. However, can you validate?
What am I validating for you? That you're from Nebraska?
Yes.
But you lied. You're from Evansville, Indiana.
Oh.
Sit down! And your name isn't Frank either. What is are you just hijacking the show? What's going on? How much weed did you smoke? Did you notice that when DeAnne smokes weed, it's like she's tripping on acid? Those were acid thoughts.
You think so?
They were great. My point is
I'm gonna hand that very expensive
like I
mic
noticed
to a
everybody's like
stranger
and I'm not really into the so I'm gonna like
Wait, hang on. I don't know if this is the best choice.
better?
I'm feeling the vibe of this side of the room. It's gonna be okay.
I'm safe and I'm all about consent. Everybody good? Okay. So whenever you were describing like Indiana, it was like, oh shit, she knows my struggle.
In the other show.
Before,
Yeah.
before this one.
Okay.
And girl, listen. As a recent transplant, 2.5 years-ish, to Portland, you described Indiana, holy shit, to a T.
Really?
Do not go there, avoid it.
Guys, if you weren't here, literally all I said was that it was a shithole.
It's a shithole!
It is.
I didn't go too deep into it.
Point being, but then you mentioned the strip club in the most recent.
Yes.
Is skit not like, is that like
Is it a
offensive?
Skit is what people who don't do comedy call comedy things.
That incredible act of heroism and just skill. Is that better?
Skits or whatever.
A skit was what small children do in front of a campfire.
That's right.
I feel like you are a grown person in front of a large crowd, whatever that's called.
Class, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Point being is when you're describing strip club, my father, my family,
Where's this going?
actually owns a strip club in Indiana.
Okay. Does
That
he
is
still?
what the point of this is.
Wait, where in Indiana?
Evansville.
Oh, southern Indiana, okay.
Correct,
Yeah.
the third
Near the
largest
river,
city
yeah.
in Indiana.
So are you inviting her to your father's strip club?
I just felt so connected.
Wait.
It's somehow feeling
Does he-
incestuous and gross.
Wait.
That's
Does he
Evansville.
Does he still own the strip club?
Does he still own a strip club?
He still.
Did you grow up? Did you grow up with your father owning the strip club?
I did.
Okay, wait. I feel like we should call her dad. Call her dad. Call her dad. Thanks. Is this ready to go? Get it ready.
I feel like we lost control at some point here.
It is 1:37 a.m. in Evansville,
He
Indiana.
owns a strip club, Bill. When do you think he goes to bed?
I don't know.
Good
I don't know if they have like weird
He's gonna be
laws.
up.
Call her dad.
He's gonna be up counting fucking money.
Money with
That's what he's gonna be doing. It's easy to guess. I don't have to watch to know.
What's your name?
My name is Rachel.
Rachel. Okay, great. Can we talk to your dad?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, she's gonna call her dad. I don't know where this is going.
I don't either.
But
We're going on an adventure, everybody.
yeah. What the fuck? Why not? I gotta tell you, while she's calling her dad, that earlier today,
Yeah.
DeAnne's show sold out early, and we are just starting to build a new space. And she's like, let's do 2 shows at the same time.
Mine.
It's under father.
Father.
of mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Father of mine.
Are you just calling him?
Yeah. What's his name?
Jesse.
And you're Rachel.
I am.
All right.
Yeah. But because DeAnne instigated it, we opened our theater that's under construction. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
It's
I don't hear anything.
me either.
Did you hit speaker?
No, wait.
Oh my God.
Hi, this isn't Rachel. This is Rachel's friend DeAnne. Jesse. Everything's fine with Rachel. We just want to tell you that you've done a bang-up job with your daughter. Just as a person, she's a great person.
I know. That's really being raised by me.
Yeah, she told us that you own a strip club in Indiana. Is this the truth?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
What's the name of
The
it?
lucky lady.
The Lucky Lady?
Lucky Lady.
What color his hair is.
What color
You
is
can
your...
look us up on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out.
I would like everybody to like it on Facebook.
Wait, Jesse, we're here with a bunch of people. Does everyone guarantee to like the Lucky Lady from Evansville, Indiana?
What color his hair is? She asked to.
We cater to all.
That's awesome. Yes. Oh my gosh. We just have one more quick question. Thank you for being such a great sport. What color is your hair?
Purple and blue.
Oh my God. Okay, Jesse, if we were to rock up, I don't know when, I don't know how, but if like we got a whole bunch of queers together and came over to the Lucky Lady at some point, that'd be fine.
Come on Sundays, we do drag queens, drag kings, male strippers.
Thank you, Jesse. Good night. That's a good guy.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love the fact that it started with don't ever go to Indiana.
And now we have to go.
So as much as you enticed us to go to your dad's place, we're never fucking going to Indiana. Sorry. All right.
Stacey?
I think we should go to, when we do our monologues, we look at headlines. We can't get through all of them.
No, there's too much.
So we have a little game we want to play with you, DeAnne,
Okay.
Yeah.
called News Cram. Okay. Oh. I gotta wait for the news?
Yeah.
Okay, the way that news cram
There
works.
it is.
There it is. News cram. We've got 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay.
Only 2 minutes. I'm gonna read headlines that we didn't have time. Yep, Anthony's gonna get the clock up there. I'm gonna read you headlines. You're gonna just do your quick hot takes. Okay. Dan Smith's hot takes on
and if you need a tag out, I'm your tag out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tag me out.
Or Bill, you can chime in as well if they're both stuck.
No.
Oh, okay, Bill. Jay
Sorry,
says no.
I'll turn this off.
Still being punished for his pun earlier.
I get it.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna start the clock, and Amazon paid no federal taxes on $11.2 billion in profits last year.
Fuck 'em!
Hawaii considers raising legal smoking age to 100 years old.
Yeah, buddy. Am I doing it right?
It's only the second time we've ever done it. This works. I like your skits. Florida woman arrested for beating boyfriend with frozen pork chop.
I thought it was gonna be a frozen crocodile.
Texts show collusion between police and far-right extremists in Oregon.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Canadian. Okay. Drunken golfers sentenced after attacking others with clubs.
Give it par 4. Good tag.
I love that was par 4. That's not a thing they say. Yeah, they do. They don't go par 4.
You never got with my dad.
Okay, we're at that. Okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg returned to the Supreme Court this week. Yeah, badass. That's what she is. Sporting goods store that stopped selling Nike and Kaepernick gear went out of business.
Good.
Yeah. A German internet expert wants to ban children under 14 from using smartphones.
Reasonable in Germany.
Yeah. They don't know what that means.
It means they got a lot of weird
They need to just put down their phones and go to the lucky lady. Zombie deer disease found in 24 states could spread to humans. Time is up. Last one.
Zombie deers are hot.
And that's news, all right. Well, we're going to keep you here.
Good, please do.
But we
I'm very comfortable.
But we want to bring back our beautiful and lovely musical guest. Ladies and gentlemen, Tai Woodville!
Thanks, guys. So fun. A little musical interlude for you tonight. I shot the dart, aimed for your heart, but it was just a shot in the dark. I've seen those roses grow on the hard mountainside, in those windy, harsh conditions. If they can, so can I. Shot in the dark that missed your heart. I made my bed, now I'll get in it. I broke the rules, I played the fool. But if I did
you're so talented. Yeah, Tai, she's a singer, a writer, poet. So talented, so beautiful. And you've been kind of getting in this country realm, but you've done all kinds of music. You've done electronica, would you say, or electronic EMA music?
It's hard to know, you know. You hear like, I just say electronic because it feels like, you know, just straightforward. Like I'm not trying to be fancy, but yeah, you hear like electro. Like I don't know the cool distinction either.
Okay.
For that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, you're always so sweet and validating. It's okay that you're not cool, Stacey.
Stacey, you're cool.
Thanks, Jay. God, you guys are the best. I don't even care about these guys. I just want to hang around with you. And you've been doing so much stuff lately.
Yeah, I decided to write a memoir and then turn it into a novel, and then I just got a little insane from all that. So kind of a thing. But I'm also working on an electronic project. It's a conceptual, it's called Flight Call. I should throw out that name.
It's called Flight
Call. Flight calls are vocalizations that birds make to keep the flock together.
Oh.
So.
Educational.
Yeah, just FYI, you know.
And that's what I feel like DeAnne and I in the middle of that, we just looked at each other and we're just like, oh, I know. It's like butter. Your voice is so soothing, and music. When people harmonize, they release bonding hormones.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I love that.
So we have flight calls too.
Aww.
And you did an incredible photo shoot with Andy Batt. Was that for Flight Call?
It was so exciting.
And
the album art. We did the album art with Andy Batt.
Yeah. And you went out into the desert.
Yes, the dunes. It was like another planet. Really exciting.
These photos are incredible. When can people see those? When the album comes out?
Yes, the album is due for a spring release. So you can keep yourself apprised by going to my website, TaiWoodville.com.
Great.
Yeah.
You guys all want to know how you can. Everybody in here is like, what? Where'd you come from? Let's give her a round of applause, Tai.
So lovely. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of like Emmylou Harris.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, and she's like down here and you're up there.
Oh.
Well, I love it when you do country because you have this you have kind of the French poet Audrey Hepburn look combined with country music, which is
Thank you. That's a fabulous compliment.
Can I mention why you might look familiar to Star Trek?
Absolutely.
So here's a little trivia about Tai's mom. Was on Star Trek, the only woman to kiss Bones.
Yes, she was. She played an alien queen in the original Star Trek. It's called For the World is Hollow and I Have Touched the Sky, the longest Star Trek title. Very poetic scriptwriter for that one, but she is in this golden gown that she told me she had to get sewed into every day. Yes, and it looks fabulous, like a second skin.
And what was the character? It's Princess
Natira.
Queen.
She was a queen.
Sorry.
Yes.
Didn't mean to diminish her Queen Natira. So anybody here start like hardcore Star Trek? Yeah, and she looks a lot like her. And what I love is that your mom was a trained British actress.
She was.
And she did this show and she thought it was this silly little show.
She thought it was
did.
a lark, to quote her.
Yeah. And then you guys had a party.
I can tell you a dirty joke that William Shatner told her.
I've never heard this story.
It's not funny, and I hope I can remember it now, but she loved to tell it. I have to tell it as her, of course. She says, oh yeah, William he was hilarious. So they all were lovely. They were all lovely. So yes, the joke, it goes, so this girl, this girl was fucking this man. Of course, the girl fucks the man. It's not like women and men,
Right.
It's like totally sexist. This girl was fucking this man, and my mother was very baughty. She could make it sound very cultured, whatever she said, being British, of course.
Right.
So very highbrow, lowbrow kind of thing. And she says, but do you love me? Do you love me? And he says, of course I loves you. Fucks you, don't I?
That's the joke he
That's
told
the
your
joke.
mother.
That's the
Your
joke
very
William Shatner
classy,
told my
elegant
mother. She liked it. You know, she thought
That's
it was
awesome. And you two have become friends.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
exchange postcards.
Yeah, you guys are pen pals.
We do.
That's so adorable.
Is there any calligraphy involved?
Any surprises
okay.
that pop out when
Wax
you open
seals?
mail? Or,
Wax
yeah.
I actually have I have a postcard to hand deliver to you that says, "Hope you're having a great summer," and then summer's crossed out and says "holiday," and now it's just hand delivered.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, as much as I am having a good time, we are nearing the end of the show. We have one more guest. Before we wrap it up for the night, we have another stand-up comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Ben Harkins.
That feels nice. I like that. Guys, I like Little Caesars pizza. I like them because they're not trying to compete. Like, all the other corporate pizza chains are trying really hard to tell me that their shit is gold. Like, it's like better ingredients, a better pizza, Papa John's. And Little Caesar's just like, hey, it's just pizza. How much are we gonna pay for that guy's pizza? Who's got money for that? Now, don't buy the Domino's Pizzizza pizza. You bite into it and wow, look, there's another little pizza inside of it. Wow, so creative. Little Caesars doesn't do any of that. They're just like, hey, every building that is a Little Caesars now, that building used to be a dry cleaner. It's like, no, I'm not gonna bring it to you. No, you come to me, you meet me at Little Caesars, you pick up your pizza here, but also you can't eat it here, right? I don't care where you eat it. You can eat it in your car. They don't have any tables at Little Caesars. Little Caesars didn't, like, give up on selling pizza. They just took the concept of giving up and blew it up into, like, a business model. Just started kicking people out. It was like, no, we can keep one chair so you can wait for your pizza, but you better not eat in that chair. Now that's for who's next. I went into like a Little Caesars pizza the other day, and the girl behind the counter, I guess she was like 17 years old. She had like a lot of bracelets on her wrist. I'm like, okay, you look like you're 17. But then when I looked her in the eyes, I could tell she's probably actually just been like dead for centuries. I was like, hey, can I get like a large cheese pizza? And she was very professional, very polite. She was like, we actually only have one size of pizza here at Little Caesars. I like how she worked the name into it. It was very professional, very polite. I think what she meant to say was, do you know where the fuck you are right now? You want like different sizes of pizza? We have one pizza pan in the back. If you haven't noticed, like we make the breadsticks in that thing too. Like we keep the pan right next to the cup. The cup says sauce, and guess what? That's how much sauce goes on all of the pizza. Like we don't break the code on that one. I think that if like they have to adhere to like a strict, rigid structure at Little Caesars because like if 100 Little Caesars employees were like, hey, my friend's coming in, I'm gonna put a little bit extra cheese on the pizza. If like 100 of them did that in the same afternoon, just the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. Nobody works at Little Caesars anymore. I like Little Caesars. pizza. Because they're like, hey, if you want a pizza for $5, which is a bargain, guess what? It's done. It's been done for like 2 hours, so do you still want it or not? It's like that's the last honest sales pitch. All right, you guys have been very cool. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. 6 minutes of Little Caesars material. They said it couldn't be done. And it was done and done well, I would say.
Yeah, with the deepest voice from the smallest man.
Well, before I say all my thank yous, this is really special for me to have you guys here. Next week, we have Mary Beth Monroe, who plays Mindy St. Clair in The Good Place. She was the boss on Workaholics. Jamie Moyer, who's been on Parks and Rec, and Modern Family. They're going to be doing 4 shows next weekend, so you can check them out, and there'll be guests here on Late Night Special. Amber Nash, who plays Pam on Archer, will be here mid-March. Ron Lynch, I think is going to be coming here early March. I haven't set the dates, but like lots of guests coming up, lots of local talent like Ben, and everybody who's here. But this has been super special to me because I love you guys so much, and what a pleasure to share the stage with you tonight. Can we have another round of applause for Tai and for DeAnne Smith?